Hey everyone, this is my open world game called Tomorrow's Past. In the game, you run your own businesses. In the last episode, we wrapped up development of the warehouses. Today, we're going to make a way for you to transport resources between your warehouses. Okay, so we got these warehouses and they can store resources. Cool. But I want to be able to order resources and get them transported into my warehouses. So firstly, what I decided to do was add a logistics center to the map. It's going to be relatively close to the starting warehouse. This is where you're going to be able to manage all of your transportation vehicles and being able to move resources around warehouses and businesses. So after putting the building on the map, I had to make an interior. I went for a pretty simple basic design for your starter logistics center. And I put 3 stalls, one for each logistic vehicle that you can have at a time. But now we need a way to manage the vehicles and the routes. So I added a manager. When you open up your manager in your logistics center, it'll prompt you with this UI. In this UI, there are 3 tabs. There are trucks, resources, and buying new trucks, which is the shop. First off, we have the resource window. The resource window is where you're going to order your resources to get picked up by your trucks. Right here in the top of the window, you can see the amount of orders you have active. Your trucks are going to automatically pick up these orders if it's in their allowed resources. Next, there's the new resource order. This is where you can place a new resource order for any resource you want. And then your trucks that are listed for that item will automatically pick them up and bring them to the selected warehouse. And if you order an item that's already part of a current order, it'll add to that current order. So then you don't have a bunch of the same resources, a bunch of different orders. The shop lists the stats of the vehicle, such as capacity and speed. Capacity is how many crates of resources it can hold, and then speed is how fast it can get to its destinations. For example, I'm going to buy this yellow one. After purchasing the van, it now appears in my trucks window. I know it's not a truck, but it's a transport vehicle, and there's going to be all sorts of variations of vehicles. Your logistics center can hold up to a certain amount of trucks. So for example, remember I put 3 stalls in this one? I can hold up to 3 vehicles. You can also sell the vehicles for half their purchasing price. Another little addition I made was that when you buy trucks, they actually show up in the physical logistics center. So here you can see my 3 different vehicles that I have. Now to get your trucks to actually bring resources to different places, first you have to select a pickup location. This is going to be where your truck picks up resources from. Then you have to select a drop-off location. This can be warehouses, businesses, anything like that. And in the pickup section, if you choose the raw resources or the resource orders, it'll just automatically grab any of the resource orders and just start bringing them to the drop-off location. Next, you have to specify what resources you want this vehicle to work with. For example, this one I'm going to set to sugar, so then it only brings sugar to the starter warehouse. This way you can organize your warehouses and have specific warehouses for specific resources, and then you can have your logistics center move between them. Now here you can see vehicles are going to automatically start picking up orders. As you see here, it's driving. So as this progress bar fills up and once it reaches the end, it's reached its destination and it'll drop off anything that it can. But if the warehouse doesn't have enough space, it's just going to sit there and wait until it does. So make sure you manage your warehouse space and not fill it up with a bunch of crap. If you haven't noticed already from the intro, the crates look a little different. I've made some large-scale improvements to the warehouses and the way the crates are stored. As you can see here, every single different resource is going to have a different model to go with the crate. So then every single crate for every single different resource looks different. Not only that, but I also added the little text for the price. So then you can see how much this crate is worth overall. Eventually, I'm going to add a system where you can actually manage your crates and you can sell them off and get rid of them if you don't need them. The warehouse and logistics update is now available for my early access members. If you subscribe to my Patreon, I'll send you a Steam code for the game, and then you can download it right from there. A big thanks to anyone who made it this far in the video. If you really like this kind of content, make sure to leave a like so I know, so I keep doing it. And I'll see you guys in the next video where I'll be working on the bar.